the staple quad exercise, leg exercise, the leg press, okay? This is in everybody's leg workout. Everybody does a leg press. Not a lot of people squat because squats are harder to learn and all that, but a lot of people leg press, so we're gonna go through it. Now, it may seem easy, you sit down and you press, but it's not that simple because I've seen it done wrong so many times. I wanna try and help you guys out. So, Terry, grab a seat. Okay, so we're gonna try and go from order of importance, from most important to least important in what to do. Now, first thing we wanna do is our stance. Now, a lot of people will put their feet way up here, as high as they can, and they'll load up the rack and do as much as they can. I want you to know that's not wrong, but that's not the most effective way to do leg press. If your feet are up here, you gotta remember one thing, and also this depends on your height too. So if you're really, really tall, you're probably gonna have to put your feet up here, but most of us are between 5'10" and 6 feet. I'm a little shorter, but whatever. So what we're gonna do is, the lower on the pad you put your feet, the more quad you're gonna get. The only caveat to that is, you still have to push through your heels, okay? So putting your feet way down here and being up on your toes is not right, okay? But if you can put your feet way down here and remain on your heels, you're gonna get more quad activation than if your feet were up top. Just remember, the higher up, the more hamstring. The lower down, the more quad. So if you're focused on your hamstrings that day, and I don't personally love this as a hamstring exercise, but if you're focused on your hamstrings and you wanna add the leg press to get a little bit of quad involved, really high foot stance. If it's your quad day or just an overall leg day and you're doing this for quads, you wanna try and get as low as you can with your heels planted, okay? So that's the first thing, talk about stance. Second thing is we talk about in or out, where are we gonna put our feet? Same thing, if we go really wide, we're gonna get more adductor. If we go really narrow, we're gonna try and get more sweep. So a lot of you, like when I do my leg press, my feet are literally like this far apart, okay? And that's because I'm trying to build more sweep, and it has worked for me. It will work for you too, but you gotta remember it's harder. You're not gonna be able to go as heavy, and you still always have to remember to stay on your heels in the movement. Now, the next thing that we have to look at is depth. A lot of people look at like 1980s photos of leg press, and they see guys with their knees in their armpits, and that's not the way you wanna do it, okay? I know a lot of guys say, well, the range of motion's bigger, it must be better. In bodybuilding, a lot of times you have to measure the risk-reward aspect. Yes, if Terry does this and he brings his knees all the way to his armpits, he's gonna get a lot more stretch in his quad. But he's also putting his back at a really serious risk, especially when he's using a lot of weight. Because for him to bring his knees back here, okay, that means his tailbone and spine have to curl for that to happen, and that's not worth it. Because with one plate, it might be worth it. It's fine, let's curl our tailbone, doesn't matter. We're getting really, really deep in our quads, right? A lot of stretch, a lot of activation. But when you start putting 5, 10, 15, 20 plates on here, you're asking for a herniated disc, you're asking for some serious problems. So what I tell people is you wanna bring the weight back as far as you can until your tailbone starts to come off the pad, okay? And you wanna keep your back arched. You don't wanna round your back. If your back is rounded, you're already in trouble. So you wanna arch your back, you wanna bring the weight down as far as you can. If your back starts to round, you've gone too far, okay? So you've gotta find that sweet spot. And usually, it's a 90-degree bend in the legs, and then you can shoot back up. And you'll get all the activation you need. People wear this thing like a badge of honor, like, oh, I bring my knees to my armpits. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're gonna get that much more muscle activation and that much more risk. It's just not worth it, okay? So, Terry, let's see a rep. So this is a shoulder width. We're looking at it, this is Terry's perfect overall mass building stance. It's low enough, so we're gonna hit more quad. It's wide enough that we're gonna get the overall leg. And let's hit a rep. You're gonna come down. Okay, any further than this, Terry's butt is gonna come off the pad and round his back, and that's not what we want. So this is Terry's sweet spot. Shoot back up. Okay, and when he shoots back up, we're not locking the knees. I see a lot of people push all the way out and they lock your knees out. This is not where you wanna be, okay? With one plate, no big deal. 10 plates, you're gonna fuck up your knees, okay? So this is, you wanna go all the way out, just short of lockout, and you come back down. Knock out a few reps. Just keep going. You can see he's staying on his heels. His toes, I can actually put my hands like behind his toes here, okay? Because all the pressure is on his heels. He's coming down, his butt's not coming off the pad. He's pushing straight through. Every rep is the way it should be, okay? Okay, you trained legs a couple days ago, you can rack it. Anyway, guys, that's leg press. It's not too complicated, but these little changes will allow you to build your legs a little bit faster, okay? So try and focus on these things. The last thing I want to mention is the negatives, okay? One of the things that's going to be, you're going to notice is a frequent theme in all of the exercises we discuss is your negative portion of your movement. So when you, Terry, show them the rep speed that we normally do. What we try and do is control the negative, power through the concentric portion of the movement. So the eccentric, we're gonna go slow, not necessarily slow, but control, and then power through the top. Okay, so control, power, and that's what you're gonna do, racket. And then what that's gonna do is your eccentric portion of the movement, or your negative, is 50% of your muscle growth. Your muscle is working on that negative. And if you just drop the weight, 1, you're asking for injury, 2, you're not gonna build as much muscle, and 3, there is no 3, it's just those 2, okay? So, and then you wanna make sure you wanna explode on the positive. I actually believe in an explosive positive, or an explosive concentric is gonna help you build more muscle. I don't believe in slow concentric movements. It will cause more pain, but not necessarily more growth. And that's just our rep speed. That's kind of the way I do everything. Controlled, negative, powerful, positive, or concentric portion of the movement, okay? That's leg press.